The night train. There is a train that runs at night, though no one can quite remember when it first began its journey. It moves through the darkness with the gentleness of something that has always been, will always be, and knows no reason to hurry. The train is neither new nor old. Its carriages are painted a deep blue, the color of the sky just after the sun has set but before the stars have gathered their full brightness. The windows glow softly, golden and warm, like lanterns held against the vastness of the night. Inside, the seats are worn velvet, faded to a gentle gray blue that holds the memory of countless travelers. The air smells faintly of old wood, of rain on distant hills, of something like lavender or perhaps just the quietness itself. There is a rhythm to the train's movement, a soft rocking that feels like being held, like being remembered, like returning to a place you've never quite left. You are on this train, though you don't recall boarding. Perhaps you've always been here. Perhaps everyone has, at one time or another. The other passengers sit quietly in their seats. Some read books with yellowed pages. Some look out the windows at the passing dark. Some simply sit with their hands folded, their eyes half closed, their breathing slow and even. No one speaks loudly. When words are exchanged, they are soft, brief, kind. The sort of words that don't disturb the air but settle into it like snow. An elderly woman across the aisle knits something long and cream-colored. Her needles make a gentle clicking sound that blends with the rhythm of the wheels. She doesn't seem to be knitting toward any particular end. The scarf or shawl or whatever it is grows longer, pooling in her lap, spilling onto the seat beside her. She doesn't mind. Her face is peaceful, her eyes distant but content, as though she's thinking of something beautiful that happened long ago. A young man sits near the front, his head resting against the window. He watches the landscape slide by with the expression of someone who has finally set down something heavy. His shoulders are relaxed. His jaw is unclenched. Every now and then, he blinks slowly, like someone remembering how to rest. Farther back, a middle-aged couple sits together without touching, but there's a warmth between them. The warmth of two people who don't need to fill the silence, who've learned that being together can be the quietest, easiest thing. She looks at her reflection in the dark glass. He traces patterns on the armrest with one finger. They are both here, both present, both exactly where they need to be. The train moves through the night, and the night is full of empty landscapes. There are fields, endless and dark, rolling away into nothing. There are forests where the trees stand black against the slightly lighter sky, patient and still. There are hills that rise and fall like the breath of something vast and sleeping. There are rivers that gleam silver in the moonlight, winding away into distances the eye cannot follow. The train passes through small stations, their platforms empty, their benches waiting. A single lamp burns at each one, casting a circle of amber light that the train moves through and then leaves behind. No one gets on. No one gets off. The stations are simply there, marking moments in the journey, reminding you that the world is full of places where people pause, where people wait, where people arrive and depart in their own time. You watch these stations pass, and you feel something loosen in your chest. Time is different here. The train has no schedule to keep, no deadline to meet. It moves at its own pace, which is always exactly the right pace. Sometimes it slows, rolling gently through a valley where mist clings to the ground like a soft blanket. Sometimes it travels a bit faster across an open plain where the wind smooths the grass into dark waves. But it never rushes. Rushing is not its nature. You realize, sitting here, that you've been rushing for a very long time. You've been running toward things and away from things, filling your hours with noise and lists and urgency. You've been carrying a weight you didn't know you could set down. But here on this train, there is no need for any of that. Here the only thing required of you is to sit, to breathe, to watch the dark world pass by. And so you do. Outside, the moon rises higher. It's full tonight, or nearly full, and it pours its pale light over everything. The fields become silver. The forests become softer. Even the darkness seems gentler, as though it's been tamed by the moon's quiet attention. A conductor walks through the carriage, though you didn't hear the door open. He is older, with silver hair and kind eyes that crinkle at the corners. He wears a uniform that looks like it belongs to no particular era. It could be from 100 years ago or yesterday. He moves between the seats with the ease of someone who has walked this path 1,000 times, checking on passengers not with urgency but with care. He pauses beside you, and you look up. "Comfortable?" he asks, his voice barely above a whisper. You nod. "Good," he says. "We'll get there in time." We always do. You want to ask where there is, but somehow the question doesn't form. Perhaps it doesn't matter. Perhaps the destination is less important than this moment, this gentle rocking, this feeling of being carried forward without effort. The conductor moves on, and you settle deeper into your seat. The train curves around a hillside, and suddenly there's a lake. Vast and still, its surface like dark glass, reflecting the moon so perfectly that you can't tell where the water ends and the sky begins. The train follows the shoreline for a long time, and you watch the reflection, mesmerized by the simplicity of it. Water, light, stillness. How much of life is this simple, you wonder, if you let it be? How much of your life could be this peaceful, this unhurried? The train continues on. It passes through a small village where the houses are dark except for one window, where a warm light glows. Someone is awake in there, perhaps reading, perhaps making tea, perhaps simply standing in their kitchen feeling the quietness of the hour. You imagine them there, content in their small circle of light, and you feel a kinship with them, this stranger you'll never meet. Everyone is doing their best, you think. Everyone is moving through their own night at their own pace. The thought is comforting. An hour passes, or perhaps 3. It's impossible to tell. You've stopped looking at your watch, if you even have one. Time has become something fluid here, something that doesn't press or demand but simply flows, like the landscape outside the window. Your eyelids are heavy now, but it's a pleasant heaviness, the kind that comes not from exhaustion but from deep relaxation. Your body has remembered how to rest. Your mind has stopped its endless circling. You are simply here. The train begins to slow, just slightly, just enough to notice. Outside, the landscape is changing. The fields are giving way to something softer, something that might be the edge of morning or the depth of night. It's hard to say. There's a quality to the air now, a sense of approach, though what you're approaching remains unclear. The other passengers are stirring gently. The woman with the knitting folds her work carefully and places it in a cloth bag. The young man straightens in his seat, blinking slowly, a small smile on his lips. The couple stands together, moving into the aisle with unhurried grace. You stand as well, though you don't remember deciding to. The train is slowing further now, its wheels singing a softer song. Through the windows, you can see lights in the distance. Gentle, golden, welcoming. They could be street lamps or stars or windows full of warmth. They could be the beginning of somewhere or simply the next part of the journey. It doesn't matter. What matters is this feeling in your chest. This openness, this peace, this understanding that you don't need to know everything, control everything, rush toward everything. What matters is that you've spent this time being held by the night, carried forward by something larger than yourself, reminded that life doesn't need to be fast to be meaningful. The train eases to a stop, so gently that you barely feel it. The doors open with a soft sigh. The conductor appears again, standing by the exit, his hand resting lightly on the doorframe. He meets your eyes and nods, just once, and in that nod is everything. Permission, blessing, understanding. You step toward the door. The air that greets you is cool and fresh, carrying the scent of grass and distance and possibility. You can't see much beyond the platform, just the soft glow of those lights, just the suggestion of a world waiting quietly for you. You step down onto the platform. Behind you, the train waits, patient and timeless. You turn to look at it one more time, this blue train, this vessel of quietness, this reminder that you can move through life gently, that you can arrive without rushing, that every journey has its own rhythm if you're willing to feel it. The train's windows glow warmly. Inside, you can see new passengers now, or perhaps the same ones beginning again. The elderly woman with her knitting. The young man with his peaceful face. The couple sitting in their comfortable silence. Everyone is exactly where they need to be. The whistle sounds, not loud, not jarring, just a soft note that hangs in the air like a blessing. And then, slowly, gently, the train begins to move again. It pulls away from the platform with the same unhurried grace it's always had. Its blue carriages sliding past you one by one, its golden windows blurring into a ribbon of light. You watch it disappear into the darkness, following tracks that lead to wherever they lead, carrying its passengers through the night, through all the empty landscapes, through all the quiet stations where lamps burn for no one in particular. And you stand there on this platform at the edge of somewhere, and you feel more rested than you have in months. Years, perhaps. Your breathing is slow and even. Your shoulders have dropped. Your mind is quiet. You don't know exactly where you are, but you know with a certainty that requires no explanation, that you are where you need to be. The lights in the distance wait for you, gentle and unhurried. There is time enough for everything. There always has been. You take a breath, slow and deep, and you begin to walk forward. Not rushing, not hesitating, just moving at your own pace through the stillness, through the peace, through the rest of your night. And somewhere behind you, the train continues on its endless journey, carrying others through their own darkness, reminding them, as it reminded you, that life doesn't need to be fast to be meaningful. That arriving is less important than the journey. That you are allowed, always, to rest. The night holds you gently. And you walk on, soft and slow, into whatever comes next. Home, perhaps. Or perhaps just another kind of beginning. Either way, you're ready. Either way, you're here. And that tonight is enough.